what is the value addition of your system on top of existing hydrometeorological modeling that existed, and often the data is publicly available? So why would a company buy data from you?
Because we push the boundaries on various borders. So what we provide is innovative in space and time. So on the one hand side, we developed a solution that resolves the distribution of snow, which is typically very high in the mountain areas, in high spatial resolution. So based on satellite technology, we can break that down to 20-meter resolution, which provides more accurate numbers on how much snow is actually available. The second point to that answer is the temporal dimension. So hydropower stations don't only need to know how much snow is available at the moment, they also need to forecast to know at which point they have to provide electricity and can generate that for the best price. So on that end, we are collaborating with one of the leading meteorological services in Europe, which also act globally and can provide these forecasts, how the snow state changes over time. So that is very crucial on both ends.
Thank you for your presentation, Hendrik. What sort of technology and data processing are you using in terms of remote sensing data?
So that's a very important question, thanks. So typically, people make use of a single sensor. So in the framework of the Copernicus, the European Earth Observation Program, that might be Sentinel-2, because it provides a high spatial resolution. What we realize is very important is that you have to use all the resources available. Each sensor comes with limitations, either in space or in time. You never ever find a sensor that can provide a very high spatial and a temporal resolution. So our solution to that is that we combine multiple sensors. In total, at the moment, we have 6 satellite sensors. We are aiming to increase it even further by using additional technology. So not only optical sensors, also microwave sensors, which are independent of weather and daytime. So on that end, it's very important to make use of all the resources available to come up with the best possible product. And we are pushing the boundary there pretty much. So at the moment, we provide daily resolution with a high spatial resolution. And if we incorporate that even further in weather models, we can even crack that down to an hourly resolution.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's time.
Yeah, Dr. Henrik, it's a fantastic presentation.
Unfortunately, that's time for Exolabs.
Okay, it's a fantastic presentation. I was wondering if, with this, given such technology and all of these remote sensing projects.
Jad Salim, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's time.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
We would like to help out, but I think we have to stick with the rules. So thanks for asking, everyone.
Team Exolabs, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Team Exolabs. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Shiva.
Judges, some reflection time for you about Team Exolabs. Judges, the next team we are bringing to you, team number 6, is geodesic.life. Geodesic.life, judges. Can the team confirm that they are ready as soon as the pitch ends to take questions?
Yes, we are ready.
Great.
Could you please allow us video?
I think by default, you all can switch on your cameras.
At the moment, Eugene cannot.
You have to hover. Yeah, we can see you actually.
You can see us here, but we wanted another camera.
All right. But all set now?
Oh,
No. Please check my profile. Oh, yes, it will start. Yes, hello. Hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So you're all set now. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
So we are playing your pitch now. So you can go back on mute. We'll play your pitch and then you take questions. Judges, this is team geodesic.live.
Hello, everyone. The houses we live in and their construction are responsible for 39% of global CO2 emission, according to the United Nations Environment Programme. So bringing sustainability to housing is the global issue. The issue of similar importance is affordability of housing. Millions of young families across the globe are living in cramped rentals, polluted cities. Their kids are not able to touch the grass and breathe clean air during the day due to extreme housing prices. We are Geodesic Life, and our mission is bringing affordable and sustainable prefabricated dome homes to families seeking for clean air and green future. We sell dome homes to families with kids at a price €250,000, and this is 150 square meters home, prefabricated in Ukraine and delivered and assembled locally on our beachhead market, which is in Scandinavia. We have chosen Stockholm housing market as our starting point because it shows stable construction market growth. People here are used to live in prefabs, and this region is the #1 by sustainability in the world. We offer our customers home with outstanding quality parameters in comfort, energy efficiency, and environment, which are significantly higher than those at average Swedish house. Windows at our home are designed for the best natural sunlight penetration, which is vital for human health. Temperature inside is super comfortable all year long, and you always have fresh air to breathe due to ventilation system with automatic air quality control. Geodesic Life has a nearly zero energy consumption class, and we exceed maximum energy efficiency according to various international standards. Moreover, we comply with very strict Swedish environmental requirements, and all this you get at a price much lower than average Swedish house costs. So our product is the dome home, which main advantage is 33% less surface area comparing to usual rectangular building, meaning that you need 33% less materials and the same advantage in heat loss. And it means that it is cheaper to build, and you pay less for heating and cooling. Moreover, solar panels installed cover energy needs of the house and even allow you to export up to 56% of produced energy to a grid, getting return on your investment. In 3 years, we plan to achieve €6.9 million profit, and we'll do this by selling 74 items annually and gaining 8% market share. So 14 interviews with Ukrainian families show that there are people who would like to buy a dome home, but not enough for us to build a scalable business here. But nevertheless, we already have our first paying customer here in Ukraine. But we had to change our focus and started talking to people from Nordics. And our key insights are that people tend to use less energy regardless of their income level, and the house cost is much more important than its shape. We have compared life cycle CO2 emission of our building and average Swedish house, and we saved 28% or 10.9 tons of CO2 emission on material and construction. In total, we save 420 tons of CO2 of CO2 emission in our beachhead market annually. Please meet our team, Eugen, the founder, me, Lily and Dana, our architects. And you know, me and Eugen, we live in the dome home built by us for almost 2 years already, and we really would love to share this amazing experience with people around the globe. We dream to make people happy, living in healthy, sustainable homes at lower cost. We dream to achieve 30 million euro valuation by the year 2025. And our ambitious dream is to develop carbon neutral dome model and distribute it around the world. Thank you very much for your attention.
All right. Are you logged in from your Doom home right now?
Yes, we are. We're in it right now.
Great. All right. You can hear us loud and clear, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. Judges, Geodesic live team for you for questions.
I have a quick question. It's not a question, it's an ask. I would love to have a house like that. So send me one, and not in public. Okay, we'll have a private chat on that. No, I love this presentation and the house design, architect, everything. But I'm confused on one particular aspect. If you would clarify, easier carbon footprint. I think we have two problems that we need to solve. One is the expansion of urbanization. Your dome house model, when you're talking about vertical expansion, that your dome house model will use more land. So land cover problem will not be solved. It may not be a problem in some parts of the world, but the crowded part of the world, land is a major issue, when you compare to the nature. And second is related to your carbon footprint across the supply chain. So have you considered that when you calculate the climate contribution?
Okay.
Thank you so much. By the way, I love it.
Thank you for the question. So maybe Eugen is better to ask to answer.
Okay, I start with second question about life cycle assessment of buildings. So yes, we have calculated 100-year period, including renovation of some materials like windows should be renovated each 25 years and so on. So yes, we used a professional tool for carbon footprint emission calculation. And the first question was about
Land.
the land. Okay, here in Ukraine as well as Scandinavia, they have a lot of additional land, and the problem is that in cities, people produce way more pollution comparing to the case where when they are spread all over the other land, like 50 kilometers far from cities. And our last assumption shows that after all this COVID stuff, people are ready to move far from city, like 1 hour's way from city. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much for such incredible presentation. I don't think actually you need a conclusion. You have everything well established right now. All what you need is just marketing growth plan where you can continue further. Just a small question. What kind of materials do you really have? And do you change or you adapt your material based on the region where you are going to penetrate later on the market? For example, what fits in Europe, it doesn't fit in for example, Middle East. Yeah? So have you considered?
Apologies, I have to interrupt. Time is up, Judge Salim. Sorry, team. Most fascinating, but we have to call time. So I'll request the judges also to shoot their questions very fast. I'll request the teams also to answer to the point very, very fast so that we can maximize this. But geodesic team, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I kept saying geodesic.life. I should say geodesic life. Sorry about that. Thank you so much. May I request you to stop your screen sharing, team? Judges, some time for you to jot down your thoughts, please. Judges, our last team for today, the last pitching team is Team SOSEI, S-O-S-E-I. Team, are you here to take questions?
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Am I pronouncing the team name correctly? Is it Team SOSEI?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Judges, this is Team SOSEI, and I'm playing the pitch for you right now.
Hi, my name is Magdalena. I am co-founder of SOSEI, and we come from Uruguay in South America, where a large part of our economy and even our identity as a region is based on agriculture and beef production. In recent years, it's become more patent that the current agriculture model is facing trouble. Production costs are increasing, and crops are being threatened by climate variability. Regenerative agriculture comes to change the way we manage land. It is based on the concept that good soil health is essential and that it can be maintained and managed profitably. But there is a catch. Soil is a very complex system and there is no one magical solution. And that is where SOSEI comes in. We provide tailored regenerative solutions for farmers and agriculture companies by designing the regenerative management solution, selling innovative soil analysis for monitoring, and retailing the products and services that are required for the implementation. The average price for our services is 33 euros per hectare, which a customer pays in substitution to traditional supplies. Our beachhead market are soy and wheat farmers in Uruguay. They are geographically accessible to us, they are well-funded, and they are vulnerable to rising production costs and climate risks. We consider future scaling to include other segments with potential, like livestock farmers in our region. The key to good soil regeneration is soil management, keeping soil microbes alive, and current agricultural practices go in the opposite direction. Our solutions are the bridge to ease farmers into regeneration, helping increase margins with 50% less effort. To be regenerative is to become resilient. We contribute to reducing the risk of losing crops to droughts and pests, ensuring good crop quality, which ultimately translates to access to better markets. Our services include soil health monitoring through innovative analysis developed in-house. They are based on mycorrhizal fungi activity, enzymatic activity, and soil metagenomics. We also partner with a German firm to offer software modeling services that translate the benefits of different soil managements into monetary savings in input, crop losses, and potential carbon credits from carbon sequestration. Depending on the set objective, like kickstarting nutrient cycling or weed control, we retail cover crop seed mixes and biological inoculants that can make it happen. Many of our supplied products are present in several countries across the world. We also offer contract grazing enterprises that combine regenerative services for the soil and increase income for the farmer in the short term. Our business model gives the farmer a goal, englobed in the purpose to regenerate. Since it is based on 2+ year transition projects, it allows us to develop trust and fidelity and gradually build a soil biome database at a farm scale, which is a huge asset for the future of precision agriculture, microengineering of the soil. So from our more than 20 interviews, we learned that farmers are more aware of the threat to soil fertility loss than we first imagined, and they are willing to innovate. But many are not aware of the principles of regeneration, and they showed concern for the risk of losing profit margin on the transition. So we decided to focus strongly on capacity building and sharing the excellent educational content that is available worldwide through our platform. And to tackle concerns about profit margins, we designed a contract grazing enterprise. We also find that it is very important to seek to channel the adaptation funds that are available under the Nationally Determined Contribution Program in our region. For our financials, we are considering a 1.5 million hectare market, which translates to approximately 3,000 producers, of which we plan to acquire 300. This can lead to a profit of around 900,000 euros per year. As for climate impact, we expect to reduce 4 million tons of CO2 per year in our beachhead market. Our solutions sequester CO2 from the atmosphere while conventional agriculture emits. We also expect to increase water retention capacity in the soil by 352 million cubic meters per year. There are also significant positive impacts regarding climate adaptation, both in food security and social impact. So this is a team. There is Magdalena Iturri and myself. I have more than 10 years background in environmental engineering and I&D. Santiago Centena, who is co-founder and CMO, and he has more than 15 years experience in business agriculture ventures. Silvina Garcia, our CTO, is a very experienced soil biologist, and Georgina Steiner, our CFO, is a very capable economist. We are a creative and passionate team of entrepreneurs. We are weaving a network of committed individuals and organizations who share our dream to build a bridge for profitable regenerative agriculture in a corner of the world. So thanks for listening, and I look forward to answering to your questions.
Okay, Team SOSAE, ready for questions?
Yes, here I am.
Great. Judges, over to you.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear.
Shall I shoot first? Gracias, Magda. Question, I mean, thanks for the presentation. And of course, very interesting to see a small company starting in that sector, which we know is challenging. How are the people you surveyed and inquired handling the potential risks that is related to their activity versus the risk they're taking on embarking on regenerative ag?
Yeah, well, actually, they are not doing anything about it. They're just worried. And farmers here do not tend to have this long-term planning in their minds. So they are worried because they suffer from droughts, for example, and they just buy more products for agriculture, chemicals and stuff that the current providers give them. So they really do not have a long-term plan for being more resilient. The government is promoting some, for example, irrigation, financing, but I mean, that's it. So we really need to do something with soil.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So if there are no more questions, I would elaborate on this question to save the time. So our proposition goes in the opposite direction. So for a few years, you have to change your management, so you have to build the soil, and then it's the farmer's land that is doing the work of retaining water and being more resilient. So that they won't have to spend their money in products and energy for irrigation in the medium to long term.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi.
I don't have any question other than saying a big thanks, Magda. It's a great presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Team SOSAE. Thank you so much. Regenerative agriculture team. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Right. Okay. Now that brings us to the end of the pitches for the day. We've heard 7 teams. It's all up to the judges now. So teams, thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear your pitches. 1 or 2 I've heard before, and it's wonderful to see you again. Now we'll let the judges deliberate and figure out team number 1 and number 2 for our track. You will know the results only later, I guess. So for now, you just have to enjoy the rest of the program. So there's an exciting lineup tomorrow. There's some stuff today as well. Thank you so much for the teams, for such wonderful presentations and for taking all our questions. I'll request all the team members, the participants, to exit the room. Thank you so much. Wonderful to have you. Bye-bye, guys.